Hi, I'm Josh, welcome to L&B. Today we're going to make a simple easy risotto with seafood. What I have here today are onions, garlic, dill, seasoning, oil, white wine, stock which I already have reducing in my pan, and arborio risotto rice. To start off with risotto, you will need a pan on a roughly low to medium heat. You want to start sweating your onions and garlic off first in a bit of vegetable oil. The garlic into, let that release all the flavour, and just a touch of salt and pepper just to start, and slowly let that sweat down now. Right, so now we've got our onions to a sweated down stage, we're going to add in our risotto rice into the pan. We're going to let that cook out for just a couple of minutes, and then we'll start to add our wine and stock into that. You can also add in a small couple of sprigs of thyme here. You can use dried thyme at home as well. If you haven't got fresh thyme, about the same amount. Doesn't really make much difference as long as it's not too overpowering to the rest of the dish. And just slowly incorporate all that together and let it keep sweating down until the rice becomes slightly translucent. So now I'm introducing some white wine into it, just not too much, just a little splash. You can use any white wine you like for this, even just a cheap little bottle from the supermarket. So you fold that in, that will just enhance the flavour further. And what I'm going to now introduce is around 900 ml of stock to this rice, but only slightly at a time, and let each bit cook down first and absorb into the rice. Rice may absorb a different amount depending on the type of risotto rice you're using. So now the rice is starting to dry out a little bit. We're going to add in some more stock to keep that absorption going and to make sure the rice carries on cooking and doesn't get completely cremated in the pan. So now the risotto is nearly cooked, I'm going to prepare my seafood. King prawns here, and mussels and clams. Mussels, if you haven't done anything with them before, you have to debeard them, which is the removal of just these little fibres here. And with the king prawns, I'm going to cook them with the shell on. In this video here, I can show you how to deshell king prawns as well. So now to start with the cooking, I'm going to get my pan up to a high heat. Introduce some vegetable oil. You can use olive oil, any oil you have at home. And season the prawns as well. So now the pan's come up to heat, I'm going to introduce my king prawns in. And start to that nice sizzle from the pan. The reason I'm keeping the head and shells on the king prawns is to release that lovely flavour that actually is found in the head of the shell. Once I incorporate the mussels and the clams into there, add a little bit of stock, that's going to release all the flavour, deglaze the king prawns in the pan, which I'm going to add into the risotto to enhance the flavour of the seafood risotto we're going to make. So next, after about a minute or a minute and a half, 2 minutes tops, you turn the prawns, seeing a lovely nice golden colour. So now the crevettes have got a nice colour to both sides. I'm going to introduce the mussels and clams to the pan, add in some veg stock from earlier. Put a little mat until those mussels and clams open up. So after a couple of minutes, boiling away in that stock, your mussels and clams will be open and you'll have a lovely fish stock in there. So I'm going to introduce that juice into the risotto, just a little bit of it though. Now it's incorporated, I'm going to add in my butter. It's roughly taking around 10 to 15 minutes. You're looking for a nice sort of creamy texture, and I'm going to add in a little bit of dill just for the flavour of the seafood risotto here. And I'm now going to remove my clams, mussels and prawns from the juices onto a J-cloth here to drain off any excess juice that I don't want going into my risotto. And it's nice and easy and simple to plate up. As you plate up, you watch that gradual fall in its own, so it's not going to hold together like a big lump, or a nice creamy consistent texture that's going to fall as you plate. And now I'm going to plate the seafood onto it. Grate some Parmesan cheese onto that, just for a little bit of garnish. There you have it, nice, simple, easy seafood risotto. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below.